Welcome to Driving Ochum. And I know we say this all the time, but this isn't going up until we've got at least 4 in the done. That's it. So we can hit the ground running.
So we've seen about 2 years.
Yeah. And in a month's time, we'll probably go, we've done that. But no, now we've got a few things settled down, your house, but, work, kids, all that sort of stuff.
Everything.
I think we're in a position now to give it a go.
Hammer this a little bit more.
Yeah, so that's why we're doing it driving. Because we're driving.
Well, why not?
Well, we're not driving home.
No, we're driving somewhere.
Yes. In fact, we're going to an event. And
yeah.
that is essentially the topic of today's podcast, which is we're going to an event, but it's basically how events get organised, how you get invited. Is it worth doing, though? Is it? We'll come to that. And location. Yeah, location, all that sort of stuff. The costs involved.
Yeah.
And what, as a YouTube business, because that's what you ought to think of it as now, really. It's not. It's
pay your money.
Time is money. Is it worth it? All that sort of stuff. So that's what we're going to do, concentrate on. And I also think, should we have an intro for this thing?
Well, I think we need to do, but I think I would kind of like it to be like...
Remember, it's got to be, no copyright protection.
Oh.
Shall I go on Fiverr and say, do an intro for driving on YouTube and just leave them to it? That's it, just the title.
Bangura.
Yeah. If anybody's got any ideas out there or use Fiverr for this sort of intro music, then let us know.
If you've got something you'd like it to be like, because it was obviously in copyright infringement, but it could be in that sort of style, couldn't it?
Sing a jingle, can't you?
Yeah.
Not much these days, so I might have to...
When you're driving home in a pickle.
Oh, what's that? Is it First Choice or To It?
Yeah.
Darling, hold my hand. You hear it everywhere, don't you?
We need to do fake adverts as well, don't we?
Oh, yeah, we have to do fake adverts, don't we? And if you're watching this on the Driving Ochum YouTube channel, I'm going to include the ambient noise, because last time when we put it... So we put this through a filter, so it's...
And everyone's just like, it's like, leg into it in the box.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? It makes you sound like you're in a studio.
Yeah.
Which, if you're listening to a podcast on Spotify, Apple, all that sort, is what we're going to do. But the rest of it will be just normal audio. You have not been recording.
Oh, well, maybe that bit's through the... and this next bit...
No, I have been recording. The battery's gone.
The battery's gone. Right, so let's professionally change that. Hopefully, you can still hear what we're saying.
I tell you what, this will be an interesting thing. So at the moment, we're on the old backup GoPro because we'll need the main one for the concept, for the event that we're going at. So let's see if it makes a difference. I'll switch between audio of these lapel mics and this GoPro. If you're listening to this on the podcast, I bet the AI filter means you probably barely tell. But on YouTube, you're really going to hear this shit. So, yeah.
I'm hoping it hasn't crashed the SD card. Because it'll be fine.
It's one of those things which doesn't beep when the battery goes.
Of course it doesn't.
Right, so we're recording. I'm going to do the usual...
There we go. Sync it up. Yep.
So now, let's remember, now we're going to go to proper audio.
Is that better?
Do we sound any different?
Hello.
Bear in mind, we're not even driving. If we were driving, the GoPro would have been a nightmare. So, well, there you go. That's the expectation set.
There we go. It's a fail in the first 5 minutes. It's effectively my life, is that?
You last 5 minutes?
Five times.
Oh, right, yeah. So, what we're going to do is tell you about the event. So, let's start with, obviously, how you get on these. And that's pretty boring and straightforward because you just get an email.
How do you get the email, though? I mean, do you have to... How do you get in touch with manufacturers?
Well, you don't, because obviously these are all cars that aren't out yet. So it's not like you can say, can I have this car? So it's literally just an email out of nowhere saying, hi. I got 3 invites at the end of last week. They're like buses. You don't get
none for ages.
Not, yeah, I've had none for ages. Apart from this one we're going to, and then 3. And thankfully these are 2 or 3 months in advance. I'll keep them anonymised, so nobody knows what we're talking about in terms of manufacturer or like that, or whether we're saying it's worth it.
Yeah.
But ultimately, yeah, it's just an email saying, hi, so-and-so, this is the event. It's usually through an agency.
A third party.
Yeah, it's not often. Sometimes it is, but it's not often from the PR people themselves because they'll pay a company to put these events on, won't they?
Yeah, it's easier for them to do.
A lot of logistics. Yeah, essentially. And sometimes I think they also ask them to go and find people potentially for this as well.
So it's a bit about networking. No,
Yeah, and that sometimes it's good for that. But yeah, essentially it's an email saying, do you want to come to this? Do you want to come to this? Here's the date.
somebody else has dropped out. Would you like to come?
Well, that's a very interesting thing, because so the events that came in email last week were, let's say 2 or 3 months in advance, I guess, as we're filming this today. So that effectively is a proper invite, I call that. And these are first European drives of these particular cars.
Ooh, fancy.
So it's
quite high up there, isn't it?
It's an actual invite, yes. But this channel is still tiny compared to the big boys. And as EVs are just cars now, everyone is doing a review of every single car.
Not special anymore.
No specialisation. Where I used to get invited to everything because
No, we haven't doing EVs.
yeah, there's only like fully charged and this channel did anything. Now it's just, what car wow, they always get first dibs.
Well, you've got to look at the size of them. Channels are huge, aren't they?
So yeah, sometimes, I mean, no, I need to turn her off.
Well, I'll do that.
Uh,
I'm quite good at turning them off.
Go on, Harry.
There we go. Bit of finger work.
There we go. Jesus. You do realise I don't edit these things.
And I said nothing.
That is a good point, yes. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, back on topic. Where was I? I was talking about I've lost train of thought now.
This is going well.
It's going well. No, we're talking about the invite,
yeah,
and how big channels get there first. So yeah, that was it. My favourite was, I got an email on a Friday. You probably remember this. It's about a year ago now. And it said, "Hi, we've got an event. It's this car. It's in Dusseldorf.
Oh, right, just across, the road.
Yeah, it's in Dusseldorf. It's like, we arrange the flights for you and everything, which is common when it's abroad. And this was the Friday I got the email, and I'd have had to fly out on Saturday.
Wow.
What does that tell you?
That tells me that somebody's dropped out, and you're the backup.
I'm down the list.
Yeah.
It's like getting a wedding invite, isn't it?
Yeah.
Near the wedding.
It's like getting asked to prom, like in America, isn't it? And realising that you're like fifth down the line.
Days before, the actual prom. So no, yeah, sometimes you get that, where it's clear that someone's dropped out because it's literally last minute, and
there's no way that people are working to that time scale, are they?
No, and usually again, I'm really sorry it's last minute, but we've got a slot. So again, somebody who said they were going to come has pulled out, and therefore, would you like it? But they're always, and I understand why. I would do the same in their position. They're always, if they're in the UK at least, down south.
Well, that's where most people are.
Which is, most of the journalists, I guess, around the London area.
Yeah.
They're always in the Cotswolds.
And it's, for us, that's a really difficult place to get to, isn't it?
5 to 6 hours.
Yeah. It's a long drive.
So let's move on to these particular events again, without saying who it is or what it is. 90% of the stuff we get are what you call run-of-the-mill stuff out there, like the Ford Focus level.
Yeah, it's just your daily family. It's not what you call a special car, is it? It's the
Maserati event. That was worth taking a day off.
Oh yeah,
even if we didn't get a video from it.
I mean, if it's in driving EV.
Yeah,
it was just
it's Maserati.
It was a day out, wasn't it? It was a lot of fun.
Driving stuff you wouldn't normally come in contact with. So most of the stuff is again what you call run-of-the-mill stuff. The Vauxhalls and Fords of this world, if you will, the Mockers and the Focuses, that sort of thing. So this event in particular, it's, let's say, end of the year. And it's for a run-of-the-mill car that's down south. I think it's near Reading.
It's a long way.
It's a good 5 to 6 hours in it, yeah.
From going you're charging and...
Yeah, this is obviously from North Yorkshire. So I'm going, okay, so what we would have to do, because... Let's say it's on a Thursday, it's during the week, because they usually are, but they're never on a weekend.
I think there's two options in there.
Yeah.
We either drive down the night before.
Yeah, which would mean after work.
Yeah.
You finish work, you throw stuff in the car, and you set that off, and you get down there at 11 o'clock at night, 12.
Travel lodge somewhere. And
yeah, or sometimes it's an event hotel, sometimes they do actually, say, do you need accommodation? That varies depending on the type of event. Because if the PR people are staying over, typically
they'll be somewhere.
Take over the whole place, really. Excuse me. Or, like you say, you set off in the morning. So we'd have to set off at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we've done that before.
They usually start at like between 9 and 10.
Yeah. You've usually got a breakfast, then we're chatting for a bit, and then a presentation, haven't you? And then the keys.
So it's like, well, given the 6-hour drive, and That's there and then back again. Yeah, that's an overnight.
It is, yeah.
So this event that we're talking about, that's an overnight one for me. I think there is accommodation available, as in they've got somewhere you can stay, which is great because I would say 90% of the UK reviews anyway or events, car launches, there's no claiming expenses back.
No.
So there is a monetary cost involved to some of them, and of course charging and fuel as well. This one would mean we'd finish what? Let's say it's a Thursday, so we'd finish Wednesday at work, we set off at 5 o'clock, we get down there at 11ish. You're just literally going to bed, aren't you?
Yeah, that's it.
You're not really doing much, and then you're waking up, breakfast with the team if it's in their hotel or just at travel lodge, and then you go to the event. About what, an hour's worth of presentation at most?
You've usually got to sit through an hour, haven't you?
Yeah, and they'll tell you about the car, what
The ethos, where the company's going, that sort of thing.
Usually, like the head of the either designer.
There's some interesting people there.
Yeah, it's good to meet these times. I do enjoy the social.
You get a lot of things where you might not have looked at something. Professionalism again. I'll put
on eBay, have you?
No, it'll be. I know it's
sold something on eBay.
Just Eat. I used it once.
Oh. So the event would be, let's say 10 till 11, and then it's like, well, here's the keys.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get an hour, sometimes you get 3 or 4.
Well, typically what they do is they'll give you a driving route, won't they?
Yes.
Which you completely ignore, because there's no way you can do the driving route, review the car and do the outside of the car in the time that they've given you.
Some are doing that now. They're saying, I know Kia with the EV6 GT, I didn't do this, Petrol Ped did. Anyway, and they said, right, here's the route, it's 2 hours, but you've got 4 to get to.
Yeah,
which is usually you got to get to the hotel you're staying at.
Yeah.
That's abroad as well. So, yeah, you've got a number of hours. Sometimes, again, it's 1, sometimes it's 4. But what we do is you drive out, we write down what we're going to say, we'll get the feel of the car. You've obviously got the details and the brochure specs, if you will, from the...
And you've sat through an hour worth of stuff, so usually some of that sticks.
Yeah, and there's well over 110 reviews on the channel now. We're pretty good at summing things up.
Yeah, you can get a feel pretty quickly for it.
Yeah. So essentially, it depends on how long you've got. Sometimes, if you've only got a car for an hour, you've got half an hour of driving and then half an hour of we've got to bang out this video.
The thing is, as well, taking to that, you've got to set up. You've got to put the cameras in the car,
the audio,
your mics on, that sort of stuff. So there's a bit of time taken up with that, isn't there?
So, but usually it's minimum of 2 or 3 hours. So you can drive it. Yeah. You can get that done, and then you film it. Then you check to make sure the footage, if you have time, has worked.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes...
And your audio.
Yeah, the audio, has that worked? And you can't go through... If you got an hour's worth of footage...
Can't go through all of it, can you?
No, so there's always that... If I get home and this doesn't work...
It's a wasted day.
It is, yeah, and you feel bad because you've done all that driving. You might have been flown to another country.
Yeah, imagine that.
So that event that I never talk about, the one in the Ford one in LA.
Oh, did you go to LA?
I did, yeah. Oh, first class flight. Never mentioned
never.
Before. That.
Talk about that more.
we were it was 2 nights, 3 days in LA, and it was Ford Europe that flew us out, but it was Ford America that was in charge of it, and there were Ford South America. Everyone did.
That was massive.
And basically, because somebody leaked the specs. We had a few, like, we met the engineers, we saw the car, we talked to the people that designed every part of that car, like, here's the interior guy, there was a small team.
Here's the guy that made the steering shaky when you...
Essentially, yeah. But someone leaked that was on as in someone that they invited.
Third party.
On the website, so that it was like a day before. Do you know, like, Tesla do a big launch in a hangar?
Yeah.
That's what Ford were copying, effectively. And there were Bill Ford there, and Idris Elba was hosting it. But the day before the actual event, someone leaked the stuff, and then they just clamped down on everything. So they went, right, nobody's doing anything, because they knew who we were because it was on their website.
Yeah.
So they booted them out, and they got nervous. So they basically said to Ford Europe, no one's allowed to film. And they're going, we've
flown
people out.
Yeah. Who film for a living?
There was probably half a dozen of us there, and some were in America, but this is Europe.
Yeah.
We've flown all these people, first class flights.
Yeah.
I think like $6,000 or something. Flights a lot, let alone the hotels and blah blah. And just the sheer logistics of having 100 people there from all over the world. And they went, no, you're not filming. That eventually. So we're now in the on the day of the event. We're in the aircraft hangar next door to the actual aircraft hangar where the event's been held.
Wow.
And you can hear they had dancers and all that. They were rehearsing. So we're next door kind of waiting.
Yeah.
Not doing much. Jay Leno came in, so we had to put his phones away. He wanted to look at the car.
Oh my God.
We're sat there, so he disappeared. And then they went, guys, we've managed to get some time to film. They've relented because I guess to them it's so close to the
It don't matter.
the event. If someone leaked it an hour early, it's not too bad. And I went, right, you got the 6 of you. The 3 cars were parked up at the event space.
Yeah.
Which is what you can see on YouTube still if you go online on the Ford channel. You got 15 minutes.
Really?
And that's everybody.
Wow. So wow.
So effectively what happened was, and if you watch the Ford Mustang Mach-E sneak peek or whatever, I can't remember what I called it. Again, this is before COVID. You can see other people in the background with basically holding a camera, filming themselves.
Desperately trying
to and then you have to wait like a couple of minutes for the guy to get out of the car. So you could then get in the car and do your bit. And that was it. 15 minutes. Everything that you needed to film. And in my head, that was the first ever thing I've done. The first class flights, I'm in LA, here's a Mustang GT500 to drive around.
Yeah.
I want to pay them back.
Yeah. I've got 15 minutes.
Yeah.
To give them a bit of a...
To do something. And then it was in the aircraft hangar for about 2 hours after that time before the event started. There's the 6 of us like that with the laptops on his knees, editing what we've just filmed in an aircraft hangar, hoping as batteries last long enough. Thank God I took my laptop with me.
Try to find European plug.
Yeah. So you could then get something out for the embargo or embargo, which was the event itself.
So the thing is, there's a level of expectation you put on yourself, isn't there?
Well, yeah, because
it's like, well, hang on a minute. If they're spending all this money to send me here, I need to produce something for them.
Otherwise,
it's a trade, isn't it?
I'm never getting invited again, am I?
Yeah.
If you do it. So I remember to this second putting the memory card, because I was using a camera and I had I think I had a separate mic at that time. And I remember putting the memory cards in the laptop going, for the love of God, please, don't have corrupted. Don't be blurry. Has the audio...
You need to format your drive.
Yeah. Because then all of a sudden, a 12.5-hour flight there and then back again, and 2 or 3 days in LA is wasted because of a memory card failure.
Yeah.
So sometimes that's what happens. The Michelin event I went to recently was brilliant, and I got the I got everything I needed, apart from the fact that they did give us time to film. Yeah. Which is why I had to...
And the logistics of you getting there.
Well, yeah, and you want to, again, pay them back, so to speak, don't you? So sometimes these events they want to give you a good...
They want to give you a good experience, really.
Yeah.
That's about it. They want to, rub your back, as it was.
Yeah, and especially sometimes, especially if it's abroad, you've got a day or two. It's like, oh, we're going here. Michelin took us to like a chocolatier in Switzerland, in Geneva, to make some of our own chocolate, and a watchmaker, which I missed because of the flight delay. But yeah, he basically tell you how they made proper Swiss watches.
Wow.
Like someone that spent 40 years on apprenticeship.
Yeah.
Because they want to give you a good experience and the ethos of effectively what the brand, what Michelin do.
What they want it, yeah.
Yeah. So it's limited, but they've also got to give you time. So some events don't build that in, do they?
No.
And again, we've had that before where we're rushing to film.
Well, I remember one of them we did. It was local. And we did several in one day. And we had one car. And they went, you've got it for, I think it was 15, 20 minutes. And it didn't leave the ground. We just had to do a quick look around the outside.
Yeah.
Bit inside, and then that was it.
Drove up to the hotel sort of.
Yeah, and that was it. That's all you had.
Yeah. And it's a car review.
Yeah.
And although quite often you can prepare, and sometimes you can even look at other reviews.
You can get the spec
to get an idea what to watch. So you can skip ahead a bit by knowing what other people have said. Whether you agree with them or not, obviously, is another matter. But yeah, it's mad to think that this is how the automotive industry works.
I always thought in my head when, the days of 15 years ago, and I used to buy Evo magazine.
Yep.
And you'd be reading reviews in there.
Auto Express and stuff.
The Auto Express, yeah. And you're going, in your mind, you think they've had them for a week.
And sometimes they have.
But a lot of the time, they've had it for an hour.
it's kind of ruined the automotive journalistic industry for me in some ways. Us doing this because
It's like the magic of film, apart from when you work in it.
yeah, it's exactly that. Because I've seen, I guess it's different if you're writing because you don't have to record anything. But I've seen journalists take a car and go, right, you're next after he comes back. So I'm thinking, right, I've got a good hour or so, and 12 minutes of time going per.
Yeah.
He'd driven out,
Right up the road.
came back down, 12 minutes. Cheers, guys, thanks, and then he drove up. I'm thinking, but he works for, I won't say which, he works for a major magazine.
I bet though that they're more interesting litre capacity of the boot.
They just regurgitate the brochure.
No, you get the brochure, this will do this many mpg.
Yeah. And then the rest of it is just, it feels okay to drive. Superlative. I use this example all the time.
Quite a dynamic chassis.
Meaningless statement. Well, I was on a plane going to, I think it was France. Again, I won't say which one. And you kind of typically travel together because you meet up in the airport and then,
You're on the same flight.
PR guy's there and he gets everyone together. And I was sat next to what I would call a traditional
Journalist.
Yeah, not an influencer or anyone that was filming. And he was writing the review for the car on the plane. We were flying to the car. They haven't even seen the car yet. And he was writing the review for it.
Blah, 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 blah.
With
Insert
blanks.
word here. Yeah.
It literally had blanks for certain parts. Like the steering is a little blank, blank, blank.
And I bet nowadays it's just ChatGPT.
But yeah, that's what I mean. It has kind of made me think some are very good at what they do.
Yeah.
Some clearly they've had it for a week or two. But a lot of the stuff, all those years when you're like, a 12-year-old and you get in a magazine, like you said, and you're thinking, well, he don't like this car. Wonder why that must be a bad car. That you believe them. For all I know, they spent 10 minutes in the car.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? Is that a review from a journalist who's had the car for a short amount of time could actually ruin the car for a lot of people.
For some journalists, definitely.
I mean, we've had cars before. I can't think that this brings to mind immediately. Where maybe the ID7 that grew on me.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a nice car. It's big. It's different. It's a nice alternative to a Tesla. But I didn't go, I'd have one of these. But after having it for a while, I was like, oh, I really like it.
It was really good, wasn't it?
Excuse the pun, it just felt like a Golf. It didn't feel as big as it should have been. It was quite a narrow car. You could, it was a nice car to place. But initially, when I got in it, I didn't have any. I didn't have any of that.
Bit bland.
Yeah,
and I think that's the same for a lot of cars, isn't it? That's why now
you got to work at some, and some of them reward you for it. A lot, you could get in the car sometimes, and it gives you everything at once. Like the Ioniq 5N. You go, wow, amazing. And the longer you have that, obviously, the more you're going to gel with it. But some cars like the ID7, they don't give you anything straight away. You got to work a little bit for it to get something out.
The original Polestar 2 review,
Yeah.
everybody, including some very good, what I'd call automotive journalists, said this is a brilliant car.
Yeah.
And you could tell they were all at the same event because they were filming in the same place. So that was what you call the first looks or first draw.
Road as well, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
On different roads.
And we were lucky enough to get one of the early press cars. But what happens is, if you go to the first drives, you won't get the press car until everybody who wasn't at the event gets it. You're at the back of that particular sort of list because you've already seen the car. And you remember, it worked in reverse, didn't it? Everybody said the Polestar 2 was good, who got it for an hour or so.
Yeah.
But then we had it for a week, and we're like,
All the shortcomings.
the efficiency is awful.
Yeah.
The ride is in that performance spec.
Oh, bones would shatter it.
Yeah. But the efficiency was a big one because you wouldn't know that from an hour's driving on an event.
And especially if you're driving at pace, on a track or small roads.
Because they want you to feel the handlings. Yeah, the dynamics.
Which it does have.
Absolutely. And that's like, are we driving the same car here? Do you remember we had that discussion where we're like,
To it be it.
we did, yeah. We talked about the fact, off camera. Have we got this wrong? Because everybody's saying it's good, but
But
are we in a different car?
we stuck to his guns with it.
Yeah, and it
Driving position. Because the left hand, right hand swapped.
Yeah. What brilliant, wasn't it?
No, it's tapered in.
Narrow.
Isn't it? Yeah. Rather than tapering the other way, which we would have done in European models.
So it's one of those where you think, are we screwing up here? But no, like you say, it's like, no, this is what we thought. And then when other reviews started to trickle out from people who were clearly had a press car,
It was like, all right.
yeah, you kind of trickled, people realise.
It is a car I would look at buying in the future. There wasn't enough
Yeah.
to put me off buying one.
It
was
was
just,
updated it, hadn't it?
yeah, it was just the reviews that were coming out didn't sort of,
They were glowing. Everything was brilliant.
and it wasn't.
No, it didn't. Again, the efficiency was awful.
What was really poor?
It was 1.9 miles per kilowatt, something ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so it does work both ways. Sometimes you think a car's really good at an event, and then when you live with it, you're like, I didn't spot that. I didn't realise that, or whatever. The range of the Polestar 2 was probably if you went to the event, was probably from what the manufacturer told you. Whereas if you got a press guy, you go, well,
I'm looking at the
Apparently,
computer here that I've reset when I got it.
this is what all I'm getting out of it. Pardon me. So ultimately, I do like an event, but my go-to now is if you do an event, there are several issues. So I would prefer a press car for a week, even if it's 6 months after the car's been launched, because you get a better feel of it, you get it for longer.
It's not relevant.
It is.
I think as well, if you're doing if you're going out to a press day when there's lots of you there, usually you've got, you can't put anything live until this day.
Yeah.
And then you look on YouTube and everyone's dropped that review.
That's the problem with them
And
battles.
it just gets drowned, isn't it?
Any umbongo basically means that, like you say, it's done to make things fair, because sometimes they do like,
So then 3 or 4 days.
yeah, or it could be over 2 or 3 weeks if they're moving around the event. So it's to stop the person that that looked out and got it
First.
getting the review out first. I get it why they do it, but it does mean that everybody literally releases the video at the same time, and it dilutes everybody's views.
How many are you going to watch? I just want to watch maybe 1 or 2 people.
Yeah, if you're interested in the car. So being first, I found, is often not beneficial. I mean, don't get me wrong, if there's only like 2 people doing a first look or something, then you become don't you? But for the most part, even Shmi, when I was talking to him ages ago at some event, he said that he has said no to several cars and often does now. Or he sends the other person. The other person that did the reviews. Because he said that it just dilutes. And he knows what he's doing. So
Yeah,
he does. He knows what he's doing. He's like, it just
Embargoes are so long.
yeah, the kind of ruining the whole point. So he said he hangs on to some even first looks for 3 months or so
Before release
until they release the video, because by then it's died. Everyone else's has died down.
Yeah.
So for me, I'd rather wait, even if the car's already out and people are driving it.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. And I guess it's one of them as well. A lot of people are going to be watching it if you're going to be buying it from you or buying it second hand.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know how many people are interested just to have a look. If it's just a normal car, if it's something fancy, maybe.
Well, this is the whole thing. So let's go back to that event that's coming up in a few months. I'm thinking, okay, what's the cost? Let's assume we're setting up. Let's use that specific thing. So we're setting off Wednesday night. Yeah, after work. We'll get down there at midnight, and then we'll go to bed. We'll wake up. We'll do the review. We'll do the event. Yeah, and then 4 o'clock you'll finish, and then we'll get back home at 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night.
And then work next day.
And then work the next day. And it's a day off work.
Yeah. You've got to book a day's holiday to do it.
And there's only so many of them you've got. So ultimately, you get saying, right, that's 2 days out of my time, 1 day off work, 11, 12-hour driving.
Yeah.
You
Plus
might,
when you're there as well.
you might have costs in terms of, I mean, there's fuel costs in terms of, doing what will be 400 or 500 miles.
Wear and tear.
I guess, yeah, wear and tear. And then sometimes on some events, accommodation as well.
Yeah.
All for a run-of-the-mill, let's say a Ford Focus type thing, video, which will get, all my car reviews now get what I call basic views. If I do a top 10 used EVs, that will always be almost every car review.
And that's sat at home.
You get the odd exception, but effectively, it's 2 days to create a video that not many people are watching. And sometimes that's abroad.
Yeah. Oh, went to Frankfurt.
Yeah. And to be really, that was one that did really, really well. Because I guess not many people knew what it was at the Genesis.
And the title.
I would replace my Tesla with it. If you put Tesla in any title, it does better. But it was true. I would.
I would.
I would. And we've always liked that car. And that was, me, an event that I would say is worth it. I don't mean after the fact, because I've never been to Frankfurt before.
No. Nice.
Yeah, and you don't get to see the place. That's the next thing, isn't it? It's like
you drive through on the outskirts, don't you?
Yeah, it's like a flight attendants where they go, oh, you're going to New York. well, no, I'm best
Terminal 1.
going to the airport hotel and flying back again. You don't get to see where you're flying, and it's the same with an event. You don't.
Yeah.
There's no tourist.
No. Well, the thing is, like on a night, you don't go out in the Frankfurt. We went into the hotel restaurant.
Yeah, because they always put events under the
it's all there,
events and stuff. And it was a great thing. And the other events I've been on are very similar in terms of. It's nice to say I've been there. I've been to the south of France near Marseille, this beautiful vineyard with, what was that? That was the Renault, Peugeot, and little things like that. But increasingly, I'm saying no to even stuff abroad. Forget that Dusseldorf one because it was like the next day.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking that's 3 days out of my life, assuming she's not working and childcare.
It's a lot of travel.
All for a 15-minute video that not many people
May or may not do.
will probably watch. Don't get me wrong. If Porsche suddenly said, "Oh, the new electric Macan, we're launching that in Iceland. Would you like to come?" I'm like, "Yes, please," because I've never.
If it's tomorrow, yes, I'll still come.
But yeah, sometimes it's pure logistics. The amount of events you have to say no to because, she works evenings, nights.
But there's no time, isn't it? Who's going to be at home and
look after to Alice. She's getting a bit older now, so it's a bit easier. But again, you got to have that business mind, haven't you? Is it worth it for the amount of effort put in to what we'll get back?
wait and get the car in 6 months' time, have it for a week.
Yep. But then also part of me is thinking, I don't want to say no repeatedly because
Are
are you going to stop getting invites?
Who knows? You think at some point it's like if if your mates ask you to come out and you never come out, eventually they're going to go, I don't want.
Yeah, he never comes out. Let's bother them, not bother. So no, it's a tough one, and sometimes you have to just go. I think, and sometimes it's like, you know what, I'm really interested in that car. So for my own benefit, I want to. Yeah. The Abarth event was right down south.
But what? It's in the Bath.
It's in a bath. It was the first hot hat trailer, wasn't it, that we got our hands on.
And we got a brolly each.
We've still got the brolly. I've got that in the boot.
Yeah, I've got it in my car here.
So for me, this one that we're going to now, the Mazda event, I think they're doing 3 different dates. One was down south, one was in Leeds, and I think one in Scotland. So they're scattering it around. In fact,
Which is perfect.
Yeah. And the last Mazda event they did, the only Mazda event they did in EV World, was the same sort of thing, because I took the Twizy. It was in Skipton.
Yeah.
It was literally down the road from me. So I'm like, this is an afternoon only. So they're doing a morning and an afternoon event, and then moving the event around,
which I think is perfect.
And they're not hiring anything. Yeah, the motorist. Obviously, they have to get the fleet there. They have to get the presentation and equipment, I guess. But it's probably a lot cheaper for them to do that. Hire a place where you can have cars.
Yeah.
And that does food, and then move around the country. But most manufacturers want the launch event, the prestige.
You get a lot of that, don't you? Where was it where we went to the Cotswolds, that amazing...
They're all in the Cotswolds. That's every review.
That amazing place of lakes.
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. Oh, and they said that they had...
Just imagine how much
famous people there.
Lived there, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just imagine how much that must have cost just to hire that for a couple of days.
Well,
but like it's the prestige, isn't it? They want the good experience.
And
we just want to drive a car.
We see it a lot, don't we? With the
I tell you, Bradford.
Lamborghini. Working in IT, how many times do people say, I just spent £5 million on my IT system? It might be the worst system in the world.
It's a bragging right.
But it's the bragging rights of how much you've spent. And maybe it's similar with a car launch. We hired this hall and we did this. Whereas, again, I won't say which one, the head of the PR for this manufacturer said, he will get way more eyes on the prize, if you will, coverage, if you like, of the car by basically getting the press fleet in for a couple of days, inviting loads of influencers or journalists, and for the price of coffee and tea, he'll get that will blitz a £2 million launch event.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're referring to. They had the entire fleet there, didn't they, for a day?
Yeah, and for
you went up, picked a key, went out.
Yep, and he says that it's just, he said sometimes
less organised, more just here they are. Yeah, come out, have some fun.
Just come and get the car guys in, because we will create the content for them.
Oh yeah.
They don't have to put anything on. They just need to give us the car and tell us about the car. And that's the thing. He basically said the big wigs, especially if it's I'm picking someone random. This isn't the actual one. A South Korean brand. So the people in South Korea will want to do a big European launch. I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying as an example.
Yeah.
So let's imagine it's them. So they will want to do that rather than just not have a fuss and invite people round.
Yeah.
But no, this is a big car. We want to do this. So it's not a UK thing. It might be an American manufacturer or a Chinese manufacturer that wants to spend the money. Yeah. But it's not how the modern world works. COVID is the only thing that he said COVID was good for him in some ways. Music's just started randomly from my...
Mine does that.
Yeah, mine does that.
Occasionally just go, you don't listen to any music, just start, there you go.
So COVID said gave him the ammunition to do more of that type of thing because they had to.
Well, it's stripping the people's houses.
Yeah, they couldn't do anything other than...
Here they can't have it for a bit.
And nothing changed. They said, if anything, we got more people seeing our product.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the thing though. People nowadays, I think if they want to read a review, they'll generally go to YouTube rather than picking up a publication.
Yep. Or even going to a dealer.
Yeah. I mean, how many people actually going to a dealer now? Or have people made their mind up before they get there and then just go on something like Cartwell? Alternatives are available.
Well, that's the thing. I bought a car without driving it before.
Yeah.
The Polo GTI and the Octavia VRS. So we're going back a lot of years now, but essentially, like you said, the reviews made my mind up.
Tesla Model 3, did you have a net before you bought it?
No, I'd sat in one.
Yeah.
The good one.
But not driven one.
Well, not driven one.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things anyway, where TVs, laptops, bulbs, smart bulbs, whatever, batteries, home batteries.
You're buying it based on somebody else's review or experience.
Yeah.
Or look on Amazon and see who's got the most reviews and how many stars they've got.
I think what most people do, don't they? They'll probably say, right, I've got 10 cars to choose from. I've used car reviews to narrow it down to one, maybe two.
Yeah.
That's it. I think that's the best one for me. And I just want to confirm it with the test drive at the local dealership.
Yeah. But how many people buy from a local dealership now? There must be people still buy it there.
Well, that's why if I ever do anything like this, either for, like, I'm been for me for a long time, but the family that's bought a new car, say, look, you already know you're buying that car, correct? Right, okay. Just say to them, this will be the easiest sale in the world.
I've done that before, yeah.
This is what price I know I can get it for.
Can you come anywhere close to that? I don't mind paying a little bit extra.
Yeah, I would rather buy it from you as a local place, but you're not putting any effort into me.
No.
I've already decided what.
I'll take it out for half an hour.
Yeah, just
You don't have to come with me.
just a bit for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
I don't even care for waiting or what colour I get. So it could be all anything. Basically, just sell me at that price. And most of the time, they will go, yeah, all right then, because they're literally putting no effort into it.
This is a shift. It's easy, say, if they could just shift it.
But yeah, people, I would say in general, social media is probably responsible for more purchasing decisions now.
Oh, I think so.
Than anything else. The amount of people that
Or
get to it.
hot UK deals. Oh, I never realised there wasn't one of them.
Something's on offer here. But no, the amount of people that came up to it fully charged recently to say, I've spent like 20 grand because of you, on like solar panels and batteries and a car or something like that. Because you do. I guess that's where the name influencer comes from. You do influence people's purchasing habits.
Yeah.
And we've
Can't do an honest review.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a car, won't say which, that we've reviewed, a week or two ago now, that we think pound for pound is the best EV we've ever reviewed in terms
Oh, by far.
of value.
Yeah.
So we're not saying it's the best car, we're saying for what you pay for. It's
That's an amazing car.
And that definitely hasn't gone out as we're filming this right now. So it's not the BYD Dolphin Surf, which was the last video that went out.
Nope.
But it is phenomenal.
It is. And I don't know how they've done it for the money.
If you watch a channel that on YouTube, car channel, and you really like them, you believe what they say, you trust them, and they say this is phenomenal, you're at least going to test it out.
Yeah, you are.
So
Yeah, follow them for a while.
exactly.
And I guess the thing with us is I like to think that we say it as it is,
But because
which is why we don't get some manufacturers.
potentially, yeah, it could be. And I even those that do say that, I think sometimes the fact that you're part of a publishing house or that you're just, you're a bigger channel, or you're a traditional motoring journalist that's moved over to social media. You're just on a list automatically.
Yeah, you've got that. You've got those connections.
We've got to work for it, I guess. But at the end of the day as well, that's their job. Whereas, because we've both got a proper job, if you will, YouTube could stop tomorrow.
It won't.
So there's not that. I won't say I don't care, but ultimately I'm not bothered about upsetting somebody, whether it's a car manufacturer, a solar, home batteries, whatever, because at the end of it, you got to be truthful, otherwise your credibility disappears overnight. Without naming names, somebody gets paid for a review.
Yeah, that happens.
And that's happened recently, and they've got slated for it. Because it's like, hang on a minute, that someone's bought you. They bought your review. And it's like, I might do the same in their situation. If they've, if someone says,
what's your price?
Look at the, if someone said, I'll give you half of whatever you got left on your mortgage to do a positive review. If you're that big a channel,
you'd be silly.
I've invented that. I'm not saying that happened. I'd be like, you know what? I'd sell my soul because it's too much to ignore. So I'm not saying it's a reason.
Proposal almost.
Yeah. But that's the thing, isn't it? Credibility is everything.
Yeah, yeah.
When you're not a big channel,
credibility disappears. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like, how many times are people going to watch this person and go,
has he been paid to say this?
Has he bought this?
Yeah.
And now every single person that reviews that car, we had this. So the last video went out with the BYD Dolphin Surf. Oh, is this another paid review?
Yeah.
What? One, we said it was good value and we liked it, but we weren't.
And secondly, when the Chinese Communist Party write us a check,
they don't do checks. But you see what I mean? It changes people's perception now. Yeah. So all of a sudden, that brand is tainted. That anyone that reviews it, not BYD, just to be clear, this other one that we're talking about. Anyone that taints it, that reviews it is tainted because people might think you've also been bought out. So
I mean, as a sort of a way to market a vehicle from the start is flawed, because once people find out that you're paying people to do a review for it, you can't take the review seriously, and then the entire brand collapses. Then
exactly, because they literally say they have control over what you. They have to review the video and either say take that out or have something in.
I mean, the thing is, we've done a review before where we maybe in our minds afterwards it came across as quite harsh. I remember you asking.
It could be the Volkswagen.
And then actually they actually sat down and watched it, didn't they?
The ID 3 or 4,
yeah,
both of them. Because we did the 4, and then a few people went, "You're not going to get another one from Volkswagen." And then I started to get worried.
Yeah, thinking we're not going to get another one.
Have we gone too far? Even though when I watch it back, we weren't actually that negative.
We were just saying stuff that
it was boring.
Well, the interior was a step down from the previous one, which is not a lie, is it? No. As long as you can back it up with.
But we actually liked the car. We just thought the interior was bad. So it wasn't actually a massively negative review. And I remember messaging the guy because he actually watched the channel before he joined Volkswagen. I said, have we gone too far on this? I'd hate to get blackballed or whatever.
Yeah.
He went, no. We sit down and watch many reviews from people like yourself. We did yours last week, and we actually found it quite funny. And I'm like, oh, shit. And then I spoke to him since in person at the refresh of the i3, which was much better.
Yeah, it does a lot better.
And he went, no. If we see a review that's not great and that it's justified, you backed it up with evidence or whatever. You aren't just saying it's bad for the sake of saying it's bad. Then that just means we have to work harder. Sometimes they recognise, don't you? So, not Volkswagen out. Some manufacturer PR people recognise that they're flogging a dead horse.
I think the thing is for Volkswagen is when the Cupra Born came out, and the Enyaq came out, and I know Volkswagen produced a vehicle and then these other two side-R.
So they had second.
Just modified it, but it just showed what they could do for less as well. I think less than the RRP of the.
And they've since said, haven't they, a few years later, we're now reversing those decisions. We've recognised we made a mistake.
Yeah.
Like years and years ago when Mercedes.
We're
going to deliberately, knock a third of our profit margin to get Mercedes back to that engineering level.
Because they went downhill for a while.
They did, years ago, and then that's before our time. So it does happen, and like I said, anything you say for me has to be backed up or justified. So if you go, I just don't like the feeling of it. That's an opinion. If you're saying it's really inefficient, you have to.
Well, I just don't like Skodas because of the reputation in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
Yeah. You have to. You can get away with some opinions.
I don't like this because of this, and this.
Yeah. Look at this material here. It's awful, or whatever. If you just said something's rubbish and nobody buy it and left it at that I think
You need to really
it get flagged up. And I've never spoken to anybody that's been, blackballed, as it were, by a manufacturer in terms of press cars. Forgetting the, like, Ferrari wouldn't give somebody one because they said something bad. I'm on about Norris Harris, yeah. And that's what he said, I'm on about normal manufacturers and run-of-the-mill cars. Although I did ask once, I said, what could get somebody blackballed? Basically, if you said you were going to an event and then just didn't turn up, and then didn't have a credible excuse, like doing a car accident, and then maybe another event and you just didn't turn up, see, that would annoy them.
Well, they've lost money, haven't they?
Yeah, because there is a cost to inviting you. Even there's a cost to a press car.
Just going back to people giving bad reviews, my friend works at a dealer network, and they get emails that go around of people who, there's a certain gentleman who was taking cars out on a test drive but reviewing them and giving them really bad reviews. Not based on like factual things, just So they went round a description of what he looked like, and it just said, just be really nice to him.
No, it didn't take the
Kill him with kindness.
Yeah.
Really nice to him, because at the end of the day, what else can you do?
Because if he changes his mind on a brand, he'll become a brand for life.
Yeah.
You always say this, don't you? If a company screws up and you say something bad, if they work their nuts off to get you back and you go, you know what, fair play, you're then going to be probably really appreciative of that.
A brand ambassador.
Maybe, yeah. So sometimes it can work in their favour.
Again, we heard that story from a manufacturer of a journalist who used to take EVs out and just take them down the autobahn at 100 mile an hour and go, I can't believe he said I could do 150 miles and I've done 60.
Yeah, I bet he's not doing it anymore, is it?
No, and
He was
he
quite elderly.
genuinely just take a car out of an EV just to slate it.
Well, he basically got the Fiat 500 and then on it he had a website, didn't he?
Oh, with an Excel spreadsheet.
Like a table of what they say you get, what you actually get. Instead of, well, this is a Fiat 500. A small car that's designed for urban environments. Oh, well, I took it down the motorway and I got like 110 miles. They said 180 or whatever it was.
But you take a Fiat 500 petrol, you up and down the motorway.
You're not going to get the mileage out of it. Go away.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's MPGs. I've never bought a car and looked at what they expect you to get as an MPG and what I've got and gone, oh my God, I can't believe I'm getting 10, 15 less.
There's the whole thing of, winter EV range loss. It's comparable to combustion engine. Yeah. In fact, it beats a combustion engine for doing short journeys. Yeah. You get a diesel and you do a 3, 4, 5 mile trip warmed up. Yeah, it's awful MPG, isn't it? So this is nothing new. It's just something to shout about. It's something to be negative about. But ultimately, car events are, I often think, if it's car I really want, or maybe sometimes just because it's abroad in a place I've never been.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can wow you with the location, gather. I won't say another YouTuber I'm friendly with, who is, in terms of subscribers, quite a bit smaller than I. He's a good channel. He got invited to South Korea by Kia. Wow. I don't know which one it was. And he couldn't go. And then part of me is thinking, why did I get invited? What have I done wrong? Because I'm like, you know what? I'd have done that just to go. Even though it was like fly out on the Friday, fly back on the Sunday.
Even so.
You're spending more time on a plane than in South Korea. It's quite a cool thing, isn't it?
It's somewhere that you're never going to go by yourself, is it?
No.
Right, kids, got a good holiday for this year. We're off to South Korea.
Well, that little video I did about the Michelin event in Geneva, again, I figured out that over a 48-hour window, Thursday, Friday, I think it was, I spent 16 hours of 48. Bear in mind that you've got sleep to add into all this. 16 hours in either an airport or a plane in a 48-hour period. Add some sleep onto that, and it's like I've spent more time on a plane or an airport than I have doing driving and fun. But that's how it is. And that's what
you sign up. A lot of airports.
Yeah, that's what you sign up to, unfortunately. And sometimes you've got to put that effort in to build a channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I stop getting press cars, it's like, what? I've got to work for it again.
So I think at the start of how difficult it was to get the first ones.
Yeah, and I will always have a special place in my heart for Kia, because they were the first person to ever give me a press car. And
Yeah,
what did we do?
Took it to the North Coast.
Bash my front, did 1,400 miles.
Yeah. We just would not do that now.
Well, we don't have the time.
No.
Then it was like, we've got press car
Let's go.
for a week.
Let's spend hundreds of pounds on hotels. Just take a car up to Scotland and back.
Yeah. And to be honest, if we had the time, for some cars anyway, I'd do it again.
Yeah.
But again, it's the childcare sort of days off problem, isn't it? Which everybody has. But yeah, it's become work.
Yeah.
Hasn't it? Again, in the early days, it was such a rare thing. It was like, got a car for a week, where should we go?
Wait, no, we're in Scotland.
Let's go to Scotland again. Or
Seoul up there.
yeah, Whitby to Whitby, for example. So no, I think I've got, you change your mindset, don't you? Again, when you've done over 100, it's now become a business.
Yes.
It's a job. And although sometimes you get cool things and cool places and maybe even a visit somewhere you've never been, you have to think about it from a financial point of view.
You do.
All the time, because let's face it, if you worked in a typical 9-to-5 job, you don't do that for anything other than earning money.
No.
And that's what a business has to be, as it has to justify its existence. So sometimes it's nice just to have a couple of days out in it, but sometimes you got to think, no, that's responsible. Yeah. 2 days, I'll probably say no to this event in 2 or 3 months, because it's another day out, day off for you. It's a day off for me in terms of work. In terms of, there's only so many holidays. Can you imagine saying that to the missus?
And the thing is as well is, if you find out, I mean, sometimes like 2 months before, if it's a couple of days before and you're going to your boss and going, can I have 2 days off?
Yeah.
Is there so many favours you can ask, isn't it?
Yeah. And saying to the missus, we can't go for a
Just in the air.
I've used all the holiday, used all my holidays up, so we don't.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We can't go for that weekend away or whatever it is, because I ain't got any left. That's also a factor. You've got to life balance it, haven't you? So no, that's events in a nutshell. It's fun, but I would say 90% boring and hard work. Not hard work. 90% boring and travelling.
Well, you got to drive there. Drive when you're there.
Yeah.
Drive back.
Yeah. Or drive to the airport, stay overnight, fly out, do the thing, fly back, drive back from the airport.
And like you say, it's
Yeah. I always remember talking to Sophia Kalat. She's a German YouTuber / influencer. She's on Instagram. Massive. She's a really.
She's got a lot of stuff, doesn't she?
She's a she's a really good performance driver, and she's a really nice person. She was in LA with us, and she's saying, "Oh, I'm going here," and I said to her, bear in mind I was right at the beginning of my journey. I said, "Oh, that sounds cool." She said, "No, I spent my life in airports. It's boring."
No point having a home.
Yeah, and now I understand what she means. Yes, to a greater extent. Although she's doing probably 2 or 3 events a week.
Wow.
So she truly is spending
all the time.
Yeah. So, but I guess that's the job again, isn't it? Yeah, I don't have to do this.
No.
But yeah, if anyone manufacturers listening, regional events are great.
Oh, great. Oh, please, yeah.
Like this one, it's in Leeds.
I think the thing is, a couple of hours there and back.
I would go to that.
It's doable. You can set off at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, get there for
Yep. And it's only for a day as well, needed.
Yeah.
So you can do twice as many by using the same amount of holiday. The little things.
Yeah.
Although I think the trouble is, I think most people probably do this full time. So
They haven't got a job to fall back on.
This is your
their job.
But I mean, they don't have to book holidays.
No, it's edge. You say full time.
Yeah. And I guess if you were full time, it would make things a lot easier. That's why you see some of the bigger YouTubers and the good one, Joe and Pete. They're in Europe and then they're in South.
Because they can be.
South Korea, and then they went here, and then they went here. And yeah, if you're full time, it frees things up, and you've got no kids. Yeah, well, that's true. Also frees things up. So it's kids' fault.
So what you're saying is you need to be single with no kids, and this needs to be a full-time job.
Full-time job, yeah. You got
It's going to be quite an expensive divorce.
Right, well, we've spent 51 minutes. No, we haven't, because we weren't recording on that fully.
Well, that's it, about 55 minutes.
It's nearly an hour. So let's wrap it up then by saying that you'll see this Mazda 6e event video, and you'll be able to see what we mean by the background. I don't know. Maybe for what it'll take us to do the podcast, this might come out after the event.
Who knows?
Who knows? But keep an eye out for it. You'll see what we mean, and you'll spot little tells in the background. For example, if we've got a sheet with us with the car specs,
Yep.
we're in an event, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because we haven't had time to prepare as much as when we've got the car for a week.
It goes right down the book.
Yeah. So there's little tells, isn't there? And obviously we usually use the same places when we're at home.
Yeah, you find somewhere that works, don't we?
Yeah. But no, there we go. Thanks for listening or even watching. Driving Oho.
Watching two adults in a car driving somewhere.
Yeah.
Can you imagine trying to explain that to the missus? What are you watching? I was just two guys talking in a car. Okay.
I get a lot of that as well. Yeah. I see him watching your channel on the TV, so I'm familiar with your voice, but I've never seen any of your videos. Yeah, where the missus has come up to you. But no, it's fun and it's our choice. And when it comes to a podcast, if you could subscribe, that'd be great.
That'd be great. Absolutely brilliant.
The Driving Home channel.
Got to press the bell? Is that a thing?
I think so. Well, I've had a few people come up to me and say, you haven't done a video for a few weeks. But I do it every week. As in the norm.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I haven't seen anything come up on my feed.
The notification. You need to...
I didn't realise that was a thing. I just assumed people would go to the channel or you would see it.
Press the bell.
I don't think everyone knows how to use YouTube properly, like going to the
Subscribe. Yeah. Subscribe. Yeah. Press the bell.
I've only recently found out that my mum thought she was a premium, a member.
Ah.
99p a month.
Yeah.
And
You charge your month membership.
genuinely now, if I looked on my bank statement and there's a £1 a month going into my bank from my mum.
Oh, she's giving it to you. Oh, bless.
And I'm like, but I can't give anyone a member. I
You
have
have
no
to do it on your
control.
subscription.
YouTube controls it all, takes their cut, which is like a third, and then gives you the membership. I have no control. I cannot dole them out.
That's hilarious.
So, but I guess that's something I never realised, that not everybody knows how YouTube operates. So you need to go to the channel homepage.
Yeah.
So click on the name where it says Driving Home or Electric Vehicle Man, and click where it says there's a bell next to subscribe.
Press that. Click, you'll get notifications when you upload.
All. Yeah, I think is it all? It's been a while since I've done it. And then every time the channel does something, you'll get notified of it. There you go. We should really do this on the main channel
We should do.
rather than at the end of a podcast.
When no one's listening to 5 people listening to.
And some of them aren't even on YouTube.
Yeah.
So right, we'll leave it there, shall we?
We've forgotten one thing. The word.
It's been that long since we've done a podcast.
Yeah.
So yes, what is the final word that Harry always does at the end of every podcast? And that word today is
Conkers.